Applying for an electronic travel authorization, or ETA, for traveling to the United Kingdom can seem daunting, but with a little preparation, it can be done in just a few minutes. The fastest way to apply is using the UK ETA app. However, you can also apply online. To understand the process, we suggest you first read the information available on the website www.gov.uk. On the screen, you can accept or reject cookies, as you wish. I choose to reject additional cookies, as I see no reason to allow additional directed advertising cookies. You can read through all of the information about the travel authorization directly from the UK government, including who can apply, what is the cost, and what you need to have on hand to be ready to apply. If you have a visa, British or Irish citizenship, or have permission to live, work, or study in the UK, you do not need this electronic travel authorization. The ETA started in 2024 for a handful of countries, but as of January 8, 2025, 48 countries, including the US and Canada, will require this authorization to travel to the United Kingdom. Additional countries will be required to apply for the ETA starting March 5, 2025, including many European nations. The ETA is used instead of a visa if you are traveling to the UK for less than 6 months as a tourist, visiting family and friends, or on short-term study or certain business trips. Additionally, it covers stays under 3 months on the Creative Worker Visa concession. It is important that everyone take the time to read the regulations and understand how they apply to your own situation. This video does not constitute legal advice. An ETA costs £10, which will be converted to a common currency when submitting your application online. To be prepared to apply, be sure to have your passport and credit card on hand, along with access to your email. Once you are ready, download the UK ETA app from your App Store or Google Play. If you are applying for anyone other than yourself, such as your kids or spouse, ensure that they are present with you, as you will need to use facial recognition during the application process. If they are not with you, the application will need to be done online as opposed to through the app. Once you start the application process, you cannot save your progress. If you do not do anything in the app for 30 minutes, the application will automatically time out. You will receive a warning when it's about to expire and can extend your time if needed. Okay, let's get started. First, you will need to acknowledge the privacy and app terms of use. Next, you will need to provide the email address where you want to receive your ETA decision. This is also the address where you will receive the security code to confirm that you actually have access to this email account. Once you receive the code by email, enter the 6-digit code into the app. Next, enter your phone number. For the following step, you will need to have your passport in hand. Look for the biometric chip image on your passport. You will be asked to take a picture of the information or photo page of your passport within the app you are using. You will need to ensure the photo shows all 4 corners of the information page, including the machine-readable zone at the bottom and your full image. To do this, you will need to turn your cell phone to landscape orientation and press continue. You will need to give the app access to your camera to take and use this image. Once you center your passport image within the provided borders, the app will capture the image and analyze it quickly, notifying you once the image has been successfully taken. Next, you will need to scan the biometric chip in your passport if it contains one. Place your phone on top of your passport. Draw your phone down the passport cover until the top of the phone reaches the midpoint of the passport. You may need to wiggle the phone around just slightly, and once the biometrics chip is found, a bar indicating that it is being read will appear on your phone, and you will be asked to hold the phone still. Once it is fully finished, a pop-up will appear confirming that the information has been checked. Now is the time to scan your face with your phone. You need to be in a well-lit area. Hold up your phone like you're taking a selfie, fitting your face into the oval on the screen as best you can. It may feel a bit weird and make you really think about the shape of your face as you work to move your phone or face around to follow the instructions on the screen. When you hit the sweet spot, the screen will flash green and say "Scan complete," followed by a pop-up confirming the capture. Next, you will take a standard photo of yourself. Use a location that has a plain background, preferably white or light color, with a direct overhead light source if possible, to eliminate or at least limit any shadows. The entry area of most homes may be good for this, as most have an overhead light and a plain wall or door. The app will show you samples of what to do or not do. Remove any distractions from your background. Your head and shoulders must be visible. You will be given an on-screen oval to frame your face with. Go ahead and take your selfie. The app will advise you if your photo is acceptable or if you will need to retake it. Select to use the photo and move forward. Enter your home address or the address where you reside most of the time. For example, students who live with their parents but may leave for a few months at a time for school will generally use their permanent address at their parents' house. Portions of the entry fields are simple text entry, but the country field will be an alphabetical drop-down to select from. Next, you will be asked to confirm your nationality based on your scanned passport, and if you have a dual citizenship or have had any other nationality at any time in the past, you will enter it here. You will answer if you have a job, including being self-employed. You will also be asked to name that job. Consider in advance whether you will use your full job title or a shortened, simplified description if you have a long or complicated title. Next, you will need to answer if you have ever had a criminal conviction in any country. You do not need to include a conviction for an activity that is legal in the UK, such as same-sex partnership. Answering yes that you do have a criminal conviction history will not eliminate you from being able to obtain an ETA. They will take into account how long it's been since you've had a conviction, what the conviction was for, etc. You will also be asked about any suspected or actual involvement in extremist activities. Next, you will be provided with a screen to review your main answers to ensure there are no errors, with the opportunity to click any area that needs to be changed. At this stage, you will respond to a declaration affirming that your application is correct and you are aware of the consequences for providing false information. After submitting the declaration, you cannot change any of the previous answers, so it's important that you check this information carefully. You will be asked what country you are applying from, so that the £10 price for the application can be converted to a common currency. As a Canadian, they do not offer the ability to pay in Canadian dollars, but rather they convert it to US dollars. They do advise you what amount will be charged to your credit card or Apple Pay so that you can reconcile that amount. Select your payment method. We will show the credit card pathway as it is generally the most common payment method. You will need to confirm your card number, expiry date, the security code on the back of the card, name on the card, and billing address. Once complete, you will select Confirm Payment. If the screen turns white at this stage, don't rush it. It will only take a minute to process. If it returns an error, you will need to recheck your credit card info or potentially try a different card. I had to try mine twice. Once it is processed, you will receive a notice on your phone and also on your email that your application has been submitted and your reference number will be provided. While they do advise that it may take up to 3 working days to receive a decision, my approval email as well as my husband's was received within 1 minute of applying. Now that's a turnaround time I like to see. An electronic travel authorization, or ETA, lasts for 2 years or until your passport expires, whichever is sooner. The name on your ETA may not match your full name on your passport, but it only needs to match the first line of the machine-readable area of your passport. This is one reason that using the app to scan and load your data is a great option, as the system is reading the core data it needs directly from your government-issued ID. While the email clearly states that you do not need a printed or saved copy of the approval for your trip, it's never a bad idea to have downloaded and saved it in your phone or on paper before you leave, just in case. You will still need to go through regular border control upon arrival. During the period of validity, if your details change in a way that would necessitate a new passport, then you will also need to apply for a new ETA and pay the fee again. Please come back and check out our videos on other helpful travel information. Have a great day and a great trip wherever you're headed.